Hi, this is Nancy Mansell coming to you from CNN Behind the Glass. Now we're going to solve a rational equation that has two radicals on the same side of the equal sign. Remember that you have to isolate one of the radicals in order to use the technique we've been using. So our first step is going to be to take this one and move it to the other side. And we'll have square root of 5x plus 6 equals 2 minus the square root of 3x plus 4. Okay, now that this one is isolated, we're ready to square both sides. All right, square and square root knock each other out. So on the left, I have 5x plus 6. But on the right, remember, this is really this. Good thing we already learned how to FOIL these, right? Okay, so first, 2 times 2 is 4. Outsides, 2 times this is negative 2 times the square root of 3x plus 4. Insides, negative 2 times the square root of 3x plus 4. And last, negative times negative is positive. And so this is, since it's square root and it's basically going to be squared, it's really just going to end up being that. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit. What can we do here? 4, right? This is minus 4, because these are like radicals, plus 3x plus 4. There was one other thing I could have done, and that's to add these. So let's do that. Now I got 5x plus 6 equals 8 minus 4 times the square root of 3x plus 4 plus 3x. So all I did on that step was I added those two. Okay, that's about as clean as this is going to get. So next thing we need to do is get this radical by itself. So how are we going to do that? We could move the 8 to the other side. And we could move that 3x to the other side. So now we're going to have 2x minus 2 equals negative 4 times the square root of 3x plus 4. Okay, what do you think? Next thing I think I'd like to do is factor this. Or let's actually just divide both sides by 2. 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 2 once. So now I have x minus 1 equals negative 2 times the square root of 3x plus 4. And we're getting a little closer here. Okay, next thing I want to do is square both sides. And I'm going to put it up here. Okay. So x minus 1 quantity squared is x squared. Take this and square it. Multiply those together and double it. Okay. Equals. All right, so we're really squaring both of these, right? And negative 2 squared is positive 4. And that's going to be times 3x plus 4. Okay, hang in there. We're getting there. I know this is a big one. Let's go ahead and distribute. Equals 12x plus 16. And since it's quadratic, let's go ahead and move everything to the other side. We'll subtract a 12x from both sides. And we'll subtract a 16 from both sides. And we're going to have x squared minus 14x minus 15 equals 0. All right. By now, if your heart hasn't stopped, you'll realize that that's factorable. 1 plus, 1 minus. Let's go 15 and 1. That's going to get us to our negative 14. And we'll solve. X is 15. And x is negative 1. Okay, we actually have to check both of these to make sure that they work. I'm not sure I've left myself enough room here for the check, but we'll see what we can do. Let's check the negative 1 first. All right, so we got 5 times 1 plus 6 plus 3 times 1 is 3 plus 4 equals 2. So I got, that's 11, right? And this is, let's see, 5 plus 6 is 11, and that is 7, and that's not 18, and that's not going to work, because what silly thing did I do here? 5 times 1 is 5. Oh, it's negative 5. That's why, because our answer was not 1. It was negative 1. All right, let's just fix that. So 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 6 is 1. Perfect. Okay, and that also was a negative 1 that I should have plugged in there instead of a positive 1. So that's negative 3. And that's going to be 1 equals 2. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. It does equal 2. So good news. Our x equals 1, negative 1 checks. All right, let's try and check the other one real quick, which is x equals 15. So square root of 5 times 15 plus 6 plus 3 times 15 plus 4 equals 2. All right, so that's going to be 75 plus 6 is 81. And that's going to be 45 plus 4 is 49 equals 2. 9 plus 7 equals 2. Nope, 16 does not equal 2. X equals 15 must be rejected. And here's our answer. X equals negative 1. I know that.